Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, fellow rogues? It's Massmere here, and welcome in for something that I'm very intrigued to actually be starting tonight, considering basically the kind of games that I grew up on. Anyways, welcome in, guys, for episode 1 for Spirit X Strike, or is it Spirit Strike, Spirit Cross Strike, Spirit X gonna give it to you Strike, I don't know. Either way, it's Spirit X in the middle Strike, whatever, how you pronounce the name. But anyways, when I first saw this game on Steam not long ago, the first thing that I kind of got vibes of, I mean, I noticed like a lot of people, they were comparing it to like, you know, Ninja Gaiden and God Hand and such, which God Hand is a game I'm going to eventually replay for this channel, since I did like, you know, stream that, you know, a few years back, and I would like to go back and revisit it. But it's got some comparisons like Ninja Gaiden and God Hand, but the main takeaway from this is that it basically makes you think of like a lot of PS2 era beat 'em ups, and just beat 'em ups even like prior to that, like Battletoads, Double Dragon and such. Just definitely seems like it's a love letter to like the whole, you know, beat 'em up genre. And it kind of gave me like some vibes, I guess, like, you know, maybe like the Batman Arkham games, with the fact that it seems like from what I could tell, you could be like far across the environment and you can still like, you know, like zoom in and hit someone. I don't know really all the mechanics of the game, but the main takeaway is that it has like PS2 style graphics, which I'm definitely here for. I know, I think like seeing like some like, you know, on Reddit or whatever, kind of talking down about it. I don't care. I'm ready to like, you know, I just want to beat something up. So I don't really know too much about the story of this. Literally most of what I've seen like outside of some gameplay is this little thing right here of just this guy like smashes someone to the ground and just about to just basically like just give him like a, you know, very, you know, quick appointment with a tooth fairy or whatever. But overall, though, yeah, I think this is going to be a fun time tonight. I've heard this game, I think, I've seen, like, you know, varying play times between, like, I think, like 3 hours and 10 hours. I'm not going to say we're actually going to be able to beat it in one go, but this is an early access, and the entire story isn't actually out there yet. I know the game is still very early in development. It's going to, like, take some more polish and whatnot, but I don't really care about any of that. I just want to try it. It seems like it's going to be fun. It's going to be basically just pretty much, you know, building combos, beating people up. So basically kind of stuff I grew up on in regards to like Streets of Rage, Double Dragon, Battletoads, so on and so forth. So anyway, since I don't really know too much about the story, other than we're playing like as someone that's definitely giving me like some Fist of the North Star vibes to some extent. I think it might be like the music. It's kind of making me think of like, you know, the Ken's Rage games that came out years ago on Xbox 360. But definitely for some reason it makes me think like Fist of the North Star. So maybe we're like Little Toe of the, you know, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or something. I don't know. Let's go and get the show on the road before I make it more real. Alright, so, let me see. You know, I forgot I actually, you know, was going to go and do the, I was going to go do the tutorial earlier, and I kind of backed out of it. But, we're actually going to do it properly this time. So I think I'm just going to go in on Apprentice, just for the heck of it. And we'll overwrite this one, because I didn't actually really play it. I was going to go in and play, but, I kind of was like, I'm just going to, like, do the tutorial on stream. My prologue, Village Under Siege. Carter's Master, I guess that's the name of the guy we're playing as. Our Carter's Master Aaron has recently gone missing. Carter and the village chief Hawk went out searching for several days, but still couldn't find Aaron's whereabouts. On the way back to the village, they scared the village was being invaded. So it kind of sounds like, you know, typical standard fare, you know, anime style thing where, you know, the master goes missing, apprentice tries to look for him, and then while they're gone, you know, everything, all hell breaks loose. I don't care. You know, in a way, I'm not really here for the story. I'm pretty sure, like, the devs are gonna, like, you know, it's not, like, being insensitive to the story. It's basically, like, you know, it's kind of like one of those things, like, with Godzilla for me. People don't show up, like, you know, for the story for a Godzilla flick. They, you know, they show up to see, like, two giant monsters beat the crap out of each other. But I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a story here. I'm interested in seeing the story, but I'm more interested in the gameplay. Yeah, this definitely seems like PS2 era. And I'm cool with that. Tiger Army? We're talking Tiger Army. One of my favorite songs by them is Devil in the Rose's Garden, Under Saturn's Shadow. Well, just... Or this guy can run him over. Was that confetti? Did I just explode confetti? Well, whatever. Okay, he's got like a Ryu Hayabusa jump. So Ninja Guy in there. Does he do that normally? Basic movement. Follow the prompts on the left and close in on the enemies. Okay, yeah, he's got a Ryu Hayabusa jump. This dude's fast, though. Alright. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. Unleash a rapid series of punches. Punch are fast, but... Okay, he's got Kenshiro yells, or Bruce Lee, Liu Kang yells. Alright. Alright, who's gonna lock on? Okay. Okay, might want to actually pay attention to the rules here. Alright, let's see what we got. To lock on. Right. Taking getting used to. Figure of all the time I play Devil May Cry, I'd probably like... Oh. Alright. Like I got like one free shot in right there. Okay, so, attack enemies to stun them. Attack enemies increases their stun gauge when it's full. It triggers a break notice, and the enemy enters a stun state. Then you can unleash the ultimate... Okay. Oof! Okay. That even just sounded painful. Okay, I just love, like, the style of the moves. I think what I heard about this game is that you actually can, use different moves for combos and everything. Like, you actually can switch out similar to God Hand. Like, so you can actually do, like, different styles. Like, I don't even know, like, this whole story of why this dude's so powerful. All I know is we're just, like, over here just being a bunch of random, like, bandits. And I will say, like, outside of, like, the fact there's, like, different... Okay, he's got a 1-inch punch. Alright. I'm sold just on that. And an Azuna drop. Okay, I can see the Ninja Gaiden, like, you know, comparison just there and everything. It's definitely, like, a different, like, thing. I mean... Basically, an Azuna drop and the flip, yeah, definitely seems Ninja Gaiden. But otherwise, it, you know, the thing about Ninja Gaiden is that it's like a lot of sword play, and it's also just very difficult. And I am playing on lowest difficulty at the moment. This definitely seems like one of those things I may go in and play, you know, higher difficulty in the future. But I'm just doing it just for like the, you know, just try it out. So I don't, because the thing is, I don't know, like, this being a new game, I don't know exactly how balanced it's gonna be. I heard like people like complaining, like saying stuff about, not really complaining, but giving some constructive criticism about the balancing and all that. But yeah, just busting out a full-on Azuna drop right there. And it seems like his moves are just random. But it's just the whole factor that, you know, for like basic combos and them having like all these different moves brings out of like the move pool he's so far. And we're supposed to be able to get more moves later, I think. Because the whole thing for those who haven't played God Hand is that it's basically a fighting game where the difficulty scales based on how good you're doing. And one of the key things to God Hand is basically they have like a very intricate system in there in regards to like building moves. You can pretty much go through and customize your combos. So you have like different abilities or different moves, and it can be depending on like, you know, basically you can have like a bunch of like very powerful moves, but you'll be very slow, and that can be very bad in combat. So the best kind of trick to it in God Hand is like having like a bunch of like really quick attacks, so you can pretty much just continue to lay pressure on your enemies. But you can pretty much, you know, swap out different like, you know, moves like kicks and punches to like, you know, do different combinations of, well, combos. And I think that's what I've heard. You can do something similar here, but we'll see. All right. When out of combat, use the find direction to the objective feature. All right. I gotta say, I like this dude's outfit. Like, I like how he's basically got, like, the whole, like, you know, warrior... Like, he's kind of like an urban, you know... He's got, like, this whole thing. It's like he's wearing, like, a hoodie and everything. He's got, like, his kind of like an urban ninja style thing. Welcome in, Jeremy. And he's got, like, the combat boots. I really love this dude's look. I wonder if he can wall jump. Or probably not, but... Yeah, welcome in. This game is, like, fairly cheap. I think if it's still the same price I think it was when I got it, it should be about... It's, like, 13 bucks. And it's one of those where, you know... It's just... Feels like so far, like, just mindless fun. Let me look it up and see. I want to say I think it's probably about, like... $13. So yeah, and it's still very much an early access. I know it's going to take like a lot of polish or whatever, but... I know how to jump. Your attacks will be deflect and you... Alright, when enemy there's a defense state, if you keep attacking on, your enemies jump attacks and forcibly break the enemy. Okay, so... Like I said, I'm just here. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I want to see what the story entails, but I'm just here, just like, you know, for some PS2 graphical style, like, you know, ass kicking. That's like move quickly in direction is all right. So basically, all right. So that's gonna take some getting used to. Okay. Oof. Like I said, I mean, it's very, like, you know, repetitive, like, as far as how the combat works so far, but I love the variety. He wasn't getting that 1-inch punch. And the choke, and that's basically the cover art for the game. We dodging rockets now? Oh! After activate ultimate spirit dash, use dashing jab. Oh. It's just a bone crunching sound. And the fact is like this dude's actually incorporating like some versions of like wrestling moves. Okay, that. Ow. And again, that Azuna drop though. Yeah, it's just like the. Yeah, see, like you can see, like this definitely like that shows right there. Like the game definitely needs some like it's definitely early access right there. But again, I didn't go in this expecting it to be perfect. You know, the thing about it is this is still like a lot of fun so far. But when you find crates or supply boxes, you can interact with it to obtain random amounts of spirit souls or items. Crates can be destroyed by attacking them directly. Supply boxes must be opened when closed. When close. And the thing is, I'm just like, you know, simple like that. I mean, sometimes like all I really want is just a game where I just go in and just like smack people around. But I can see like, you know, some degrees of God hand, like with the environment and somewhat why people compare it to like Ninja Gaiden. But otherwise, it's like, it's not like nowhere near as hard as Ninja Gaiden, but I'm not playing on a higher difficulty setting. Combat feels a bit faster than Ninja Gaiden. And also there's the whole factor of like, you know, God Hand has like a whole system where like, you know, the difficulty scales depending on how good you're doing. I guess it's like the difficulty's just gonna like, it's gonna go up over time. Plus I'm in a tutorial at the moment. I mean, it's kind of really hard to actually really like place like, you know, what this can be compared to, if anything. It's just a fun beat 'em up, like so far. And I know I'm like still very early in it, but and I'm just kind of like, you know, already just really wanting to see like where the devs go with this. Because again, this is like, I think it just came out like just within the past few months. I can't remember, I mean, I know it's fairly new. Oh, right, they want me to open a supply box. And also, like, I will say, like, the music kind of repeating right there. I can hear that. Sounds like the music's repeating. Yeah, you hear that little, like, that. So that's another thing. But yeah, not the end of the world. I just gotta find this. Where's the supply box? Okay, so there's like this little tiny little thing here. Unfortunately, I'm getting like Xbox prompts because I mean I'm using a DualSense controller. Items obtained will be stored in car's inventory. It's got a strawberry. Where's my strawberry? Okay, so I got whatever. Okay, do some dash jumping here. That's actually okay, but all right. Alright, I just had to get that instant down right there. When the enemy starts emitting a yell warning, it's in case they are launching a special attack with strong tracking the hyper armor. It will hard evade with dash or jump. You need to block. You can ultimate skill instant counter. Alright. Like that? Surf's up. Yeah. Guy out of the way. Come on. Who's next? Yeah, see, I would have probably been able to block that. That dude right there didn't jump me. Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to this. Alright, come on. First off, get this out of the way. Alright. Yeah, so I gotta work on that. Yeah, it's the timing's like tricky. Alright. Got it. Well, see, that's the thing, like he misses like those punches or whatever, but then I don't know if that, because it seemed like I was having almost every time I did that particular move. Hold on a second. This guy ain't all tough. Again, it's just like the bone crunching sound. Like this picture out of this game would be they actually did like go Mortal Kombat and show like X-rays. Okay, cheap ass. Yeah, it's those gold attacks that. And then here goes that whole flipping power bomb. Really, I can try to go for like just a standard block if I got to. Where's the fun in that? Got all of it that time. Again, that 1-inch punch. Shit, he trapped me on that one. Hold that thought. long as I'm targeting this guy. I was gonna mill some, thank you. I ain't done with you yet. Now I am. Oh boy. Alright. Okay, so he's got super armor, definitely. That's gonna be a problem. This guy might be a little tough. We got to work. I'm getting like a Soulsborne boss, like, you know, those, like, that's this guy. It's fine. Okay, staggered him that time. Oh crap. Alright, Spirit Mimicry. Alright. Entering Spirit Mimicry continuously consumes spirit power. In this state, attacks and break. All I need to know. Spirit release can release the stored. I think I made him mad. That's what I was waiting for. It's just... And you're done. Ooh, that uppercut. Welcome in, Amber. I got him first time, but... Only probably because I'm playing on the lowest difficulty. Either I still kicked his ass. But still, for the fact that it was still a bit of a challenge on the lowest difficulty, so I'll take it. That's the reason I'm glad I went in like with the whole balancing. When I was talking about balancing. I will say, obviously everything looks like very generic. But I don't care. Again, you can see like it looks like they definitely kind of this is a love letter to PS2 era stuff. That looked very suggestive. Well, they said they all look small fry. I said there might have been a typo thing there. Okay, though. Where's his dad, Ranger? I just kicked his ass. I'm gonna lie, like, first impressed, I'm absolutely loving this game. I mean, I knew it was gonna be rough around the edges, but first time unlock an S rank on level. SS rank. I probably played way too many beat 'em ups in my day, but also, again, I am gonna say I'm playing on lowest difficulty, but still the fact that boss was a bit of a challenge for the tutorial, even on the lowest difficulty setting. Village hunters work harder in the party, relax and chat in the village. Arena brews various medicine supplies here for purchase. Carter can also meditate, train, or discuss next plan with Hawk. The only I will say is that the mic, like, the voice for, like, the female right there or whatever, for Irina, kind of sounds a bit off. Sounds like the mic is, like, more distorted or something. Kind of hear, like, it kind of sounds like a little bit, you know. But again, nothing I'm gonna really knock or whatever. Again, this is, like, a literally it's in early access. It's gonna be rough around the edges. It's a $13 game. You know, I ain't complaining. I'm just basically bringing it up, but.
他们这批军队并不是维克托直接指挥的，而是他的一个辅佐。
我是听说过厉王有2根屁虫。
Heard Lord Tiger has a couple lapdogs and.
率领他们的好像是
They're commanded by Kai.
原来凯伊还活着。
Who's Kai?
不是，你是说凯伊是厉王的辅佐？
是的。另外，我们还问出了艾琳师傅的下落，他现在被关在凯伊那儿。
不可能啊！我了解的凯伊是不可能加入厉王军的。我们也不愿意相信，现在只能亲自去确认一下了。
如果这些都是真的，得赶紧去救艾琳师傅。
凯伊的据点在东边，我想得尽快出发了。
I'm going to. I'm ready to fight some more.
村子咋办？我没说我要去啊。啥意思啊，老爹
Oh, that's his uncle.
意思就是
I don't know if they said that already or.
你自己去。
I might have already said it.
老爹和我留在村子里保护大家。
小子，你开我的车，自己去东边找找吧。我必须留下来，毕竟保护村子是村长的职责。也行吧。先说好，车坏了可别怪我哦。行了，小子，准备下，快点出发吧。
I just want to just punch him again and bop. Ah, darn it. Yeah, Rogues. Sorry. Once again, that's the thing, because I try to have social stream ninja or whatever. Yeah, gonna be seeing like some. Oh, hang on. All right, y'all gonna see like an overload thing or whatever. It's gonna like be trying to fix this. That's the thing, because I'm gonna just set it back to auto activate, because for some reason I was having like issues with it recently for like social stream ninja for showing the chat. All right, just it should be fixed now. It's the same that happened the other day or whatever. Again, because I have like, appreciate it. Let's see if it works now, like it's supposed to. There it goes. Yeah, like, because I had it like off of auto detect, but I put it back on that or whatever. I mean, hopefully it's gonna work like it's supposed to now. Because I mean, that was on me because I forgot to actually turn the thing on. That's one thing I kind of like, hate about like no longer having like the previous like horizontal chat like I used to have, because like that one it was always on, but this one like Social Stream Ninja, considering I'm gonna like have that for like Social Stream Ninja is what I'm gonna be using for like Moonbeam and YouTube. I'm streaming to both like simultaneously, like I've been doing from time to time, testing that out. Yeah, it's again like Social Stream Ninja is kind of like as a buggy thing. Well, not really buggy, well kind of sorta, but it's something that's still kind of like work in progress. But that was on me for like not turning it on, for forgetting to, but. Alright, chat everyone head to the east. Hawk and Aaron have forced the invasion squad captain to realize that their commander is Carter's former fellow disciple, Kai. At least now I know who that is. And then Master Aaron is imprisoned at Kai's stronghold. To prevent another attack on the village, Hawk and Aaron remain behind, while Carter goes east alone to find Kai and Master Aaron's whereabouts. Alright.
应该就是这儿了吧？这是给我准备的欢迎仪式吗？
God damn. Okay, I just love how cheesy all this is. It's great. I love like just the way that thing just took off and then bam. Alright, it's Spirit Long. Alright. Spirit Eagle. He's trying to style different battles in this. Eagle combat style. Alright, you can switch to the Spirit Eagle combat style during battles. In this style, Carter will fight exclusively using his legs. Let me see. So basically, we're going Vegito. Yeah, definitely. An eagle style, the dash that jump to a slide and tackle. Okay, there's a little bit of a thing there. It says for tackle, there's a bit of a typo too. But again, I know they'll get this ironed out in time. It also kind of feels like there's a possibility that, like, you know, English may not be the dev's first language. That's the thing, because normally you don't see, like, too many, like, you know, indie games like this, like in early access, where, like, you know, they actually use, like, Japanese as the primary language, I don't think. Like, I guess it's Japanese. A lot of times it's, like, English. Either way, you know, it's... I like how I did that right there. For this here. Extra power. Kick attacks in this style will not be negated when triggering attack offset. Ooh! Did I kick that thing back at that guy or something? So we are fighting guys on motorcycles now. I'm here for it. Hold that thought. Go straight Dante from Devil May Cry here now. Like Devil May Cry 3. I think I heard like some nuts crunch right then. Okay, that's enough of that. Just randomly exploding, and I'm here for it. You know, you don't want to do the well one too many times on that. Told ya. I love that Azuna drop, though. Oh, that was one of the best ones yet. I love the surf, though. Oh, yeah, that's like one of my favorite things, like Devil May Cry 3, when Dante can do that. I definitely kind of feel that they actually took that from Devil May Cry 3, or, like, you know, did that as inspiration, but... Yeah. And the thing is, the fact, I mean, this game is, like, again, only $13. I had to definitely tell Elginox about this. I was talking to MigD343 earlier about it. I have a feeling Elginox will probably love this. You cannot block except instant counter, but you can perform the special move Spinning Kick. Spinning Kick itself hits twice and also kicks the enemy's weapon. See, I think I said I kicked it earlier. It's still... Again, like... Definitely take some... Oh, hold up. Oh, no. No. I'm trying to stun lock. Get lost. That's how you ride something. Come on. Come on. Welcome in, Sammy. Yeah, I appreciate you. Okay, he just spawned. He's just standing there. He's like, oh, guys, what do I do? It didn't enemy lines attack pattern switch. All right. Gotta do it long style. All right, hold on. I was in the middle of something. Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. But again, when he does like this the arm cross or whatever, that totally like makes me think of Vegito. I definitely ain't no expert at this game, I'll say that much. I mean, it makes you wonder if there's like something to this, the fact he actually keeps his stance right there. Hang on. Okay, I like he just like holds his stance. So that's pretty cool in the sense that they actually went as far, so this is pretty neat too. They actually did this whole thing where like you normally don't see this. So basically, they actually took the time to have like a static animation between each move. So it actually makes it seem like more seamless instead of him like doing a kick or a punch or whatever, and then he's going back to a standard fighting style. He holds it. That's pretty awesome. Let's see if he does it like, you know, with... Yeah, he basically... That is really cool. So they make it look more seamless. Yeah, so basically, you know, Eagle style doesn't really work best for this. You got best like just block those guys. That one again, the 1-inch punch. See, this kind of made me think like Batman Arkham again, like the whole thing, like, you know, him basically being basically like go across the environment the way he does, but also just some of the ways of countering. Again, it's just like when there's that big smack sound effect when he kicks him, whatever. That just sounds disrespectful. Okay. You and your derpy ass motorcycle. Yeah, I'm coming over. Get off my bridge. Did that bike... The bike kept going without him for a second. I caught that. Oh, damn. Excuse me? What, you got y'all's giants here playing American Gladiators? And it looks like... Okay. It looks like some kind of big baton like they use like for American Gladiators or something. One thing is like how they try to swarm you like right after you do an attack. They just whooped his ass. Wait, hold on, I thought I took him down. Dude, that's the part where you're supposed to not get back up. Yeah, I tried to go for kicking him again, so he apparently didn't want to stay on last time. I did like the surf or whatever, and he still like, you know, got back up. It might be because I kicked him. Okay, it's random expl- swear I got glitched right there. Okay, I like how I was about to whoop his ass and then attack someone else. Yeah, sorry, you got. Hang on, there ain't gonna be no cure. Bike slides up in here now. Not at my expense, thank you. So I'm gonna need you to park it. Okay, that's beyond it. Come on, try again. Yeah, let me ride. I just like the way that the motorcycle comically explodes every time. Whoa! Ranged. I don't care who you are with your Harley Quinn makeup, bloody sword. Oh shit. Okay, she might be tough. She's fine. What the fudge? Yeah, I'm sorry, that's not gonna slide with me. So you're gonna spam that, huh? Yeah. Once often. Just open I needed. Done. She almost got me, but... Woo! She almost whooped my ass. She almost still got an S rank, though. Don't come in here and like try like, you know, act all important when they didn't give you a backstory yet. fact that she's gonna come in without any backstory and try to beat my ass. No, I don't think so. The training grounds are where Carter and Kai studied under Aaron to develop their spirit skills. Here lie many unforgettable memories for Carter. I mean, that one's forgettable. I don't even know who the hell she was. Literally the Thanos meme. She just shows up like, attack me. Okay, be a man. Drop it till dark. The blood's gonna rush in my head till then. Like by then.
凯伊，你说练这个有啥用啊？真不知道师傅脑子里在想什么。你这话要是被师傅听到，
I like how they're just having a casual conversation while doing. Hardly any transition. That fast forward. That was beautiful.
事儿，反正师傅现在也在，偷会懒都不行吗？哎，你也别练了，别练了。真是的，你
哟，你们俩干啥呢？打情骂俏的。
Being cuddling and bickering.
臭小子，给我过来！我把山药放在这儿了，正好你们俩等一会儿，挨完揍用。
I just love how, like, I wonder if they actually intentionally tried to make this game look comical like this, just to kind of make it cheesy. Because let's be real, like a lot of PS2 era games where we're actually kind of like this. And as long as you don't bust out like a Titus from or Titus from Final Fantasy X and start doing that obnoxious ass laugh. All right, training? Oh, okay, so this is our... We train the dummy either moves nor dodge. You can practice combos and skills. Alright. What the hell? Oh, he doesn't even move either. Wow. Okay, I got it out of my system. We're doing this again? This is for practicing your willpower. Keep that pose. We're doing this. Hold on. We already did this.
听到了。凯伊，你说练这……
我把山药放在这儿了，正好。
I'm getting tired of getting dragged off now.
挨完揍用。
All right, so apparently there's definitely some stuff that's gonna have to be unlocked later. Chapter 2, Into the Stronghold. After defeating Bloody Sword, Carter rested briefly in a relatively safe area before pushing on. As he delved deeper into the Stronghold, Kai's presence became incredibly sensible. Hey, I don't care, I'm just here to fight. We got another style. During combat, you can switch to the Spirit Tiger combat style. In this style, Carter only fight with his bare hands and can unleash rapid claw and punch combos. You cannot block except instant counter, but you can perform the special move throw. You can grab an enemy that's not attacking you and throw and be... Okay, this is... Any attacks with red warnings have hyper armor throughout. Blocking these attacks will consume large amounts of stance gauge and set perfect guard. You just throw from the Tiger style. Like that. So the thing is, this is like obviously only like an offense only style for the most part. Or definitely offense focal. Definitely tricky to use, but... Okay, now there's definitely some Fist of the North Star there. Yeah, this is... So basically with this one, I gotta make sure my timing's perfect on these. This one just feels more brutal, though. And all of them are, like, are brutal and everything. Like, God knows the broken bones. When he smashed their heads together, though. Like, all the styles are flashy, but... So only obviously there's that trade-off of not being able to block, though. Unless I do, like, a perfect counter. Come on, boys. Let's go. What the hell? What's that counter when I just, like, monkey flip him? So I could have... Okay, that's enough. These jackasses keep on carpet bombing me. Hang on. Look at that guy right there was just in the freaking... Just standing there, whatever. He caught it too. Enough. Sit down. This is definitely like the hardest style to use. The problem is, like, a lot of times when they're like, you know, you're... Yeah. You know, when you, because they'll be attacking you, like, you know, when you're in the middle, like, trying to, like, counter someone else. Or, like, trying to, like, finish a move up. You know, I had just about enough of you. Come on, do it then. Okay, that's it. No, you can get extra special. Okay. I didn't like that guy. Yeah, so Tiger style. I don't care what Wu-Tang said or whatever, like, Tiger style. Yeah. I'll just stay with my Eagle style. Come on, give me some Mantis style or something. I don't know. Like I said, it was like one of the Wu-Tang songs. I think that like, they had like a thing that voiced down what constitutes Tiger style. I think it's like Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with. This song, whatever. Take your stupid gun and shove it. Okay, that totally should have been a counter, you think? Y'all mind? God damn, everyone got bitch slapped back there right then. Everyone got backhanded. Guilty by association, I suppose. Oh, okay, there we go. I don't know what you hold your head for. Like, he's holding his head or whatever. I still smashed into the ground. I don't know about Tiger Style. I mean, I just bought the Ruckus. Alright, who's next? Yeah, first off, you can just... No. Not nice. Dirty. Hang on. Get out of my way. Friend over here just made a mistake. Try that again. Come on. You just make like I can do a flip and you can't. That's totally what it is. Oh! I don't know what just happened there, but I'm here for it. It definitely feels like Eagle Style's like got the flashiest, like, you know, moves. Like it seriously made me think of Vegito from DBZ. Like down, all the way down, like, you know, him, like, you know, keeping his arms crossed when he's kicking. Done. I'm getting the hang of it. This game is like so satisfying, though. Well, y'all finally getting a cutscene? Oh, they're probably not. Whatever you just said, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna like it. Really? How'd you miss when I was that close? Damn, what the hell happened to me there? It's just about enough of you. Just the whole thing, like when you just block the whole motorcycle, wherever, and it just goes flying. Get out of my face. Oh, that's totally a broken neck. But again, the combat's so satisfying. I don't care if like some of the moves like maybe a bit repetitive, whatever. Okay, now that right there. I like how all the boxes floated and then just like daintily just fell to the ground. Here's some goodie. Okay, that's hilarious. It just like has that little like cartoon like fall. Oh boy. The King of Iron But. Alright. This guy might wreck me. Not without a fight, he ain't. What the hell? This guy hits like a... Yeah, he might wreck me. Oh my god, please don't run like that. Ah, crap. But I'm using it. What the hell? They didn't let me... Okay, that was... Alright, there we go. He's gonna beat me. Maybe when I fight. Yeah, I think I just burnt through my soups right there. So yeah, it's probably gonna cost me where this dude is tough. Again, I'm not gonna complain. I'm still gonna beat his ass. We know where that last punch went. Damn, that was his nuts. Jesus. Oh my god. I got all those cashews right there. Yeah, he just had a bad day. In so many ways. Yeah, so I went through my, little revival soups right there. Yeah, that guy was at a bit of a difficulty spike. But again, I'm kind of glad I went on a lower difficulty. Because it kind of feels like the lower difficulty is like probably the base one I'm on is normal. And the next one will probably be like hard and probably be very hard. Carver experienced spirit mimicry at the training grounds, while Kai, desperate being older, still showed no sign of awakening spirit energy. So to keep saying spirit energy, I keep thinking... I keep thinking like, Yu Yu Hakusho.
想到居然是你这臭小子先领悟灵之斗气。
凯一，看来我要先你一步了。
恭喜你啊！
喂，怎么一副泄了气的样子啊？怎么， 觉得以后可能换成我这个小弟来保护你这个大哥，面子挂不住了。
切，凯伊，别着急，灵之斗气本身就是较为活跃的，也许是卡特本身的性
Of
格
course, he has to have like the hot
加速了灵之
like
斗气的产生。
teacher.
你再练练，一定也可以的。
谢谢师傅。
Like I said, I don't care how janky the animations are. I hope they don't change this. Like you don't even hear any sounds like when he's punching it. Oh, he's already getting his crit Redfield on. Okay, I think we got like our anime villain arc, starting for him. From yesteryear. After defeating the King of Iron Balls, Carter finally reached the heart of the enemy stronghold. Then a familiar yet strange figure approached. Please don't we're gonna get another style. I want to see if they give us another style.
那是凯伊，真的是你！
好久不见了，卡特。
凯伊，为什么你会加入力王军？
卡特，这么多年过去了，你还是和以前一样愚蠢。
你说什么？
很简单，在这个世界，力量就是一切。
Everyone, I found the Virgil.
而现在，维克托大人的力量就是我所追求的真理。
切，哼！虽然不知道究竟发生了什么，但看来现在只能先揍你一顿了。
Why am I giving this is gonna be like the proverbial losing
到
battle?
此为止了，让我看看你的灵拳练得怎么样，卡特。
It's probably one of those unbeatable battles. Jeez. Okay, yeah, he's whooping. Still, I'm gonna give you a fight. Oh! Damn it! So, of course it is. It's like they're forcing me to have... No, we ain't done yet. How the hell is he gonna... Is this boss like tougher than the one I just fought? Or easier? I say that and I just lost, but I almost had you. Still, he was technically... Okay, so... I basically just had like, there's no cuts, I just had to start. Alright, fine. I'll play. Dang, it made me mad. You want to play this game? Fine by me. Oh shit. Ow. Get up. That's it. Better be your villain arc right out of your head, punk. Of course. we gotta have one of those.
打不过就开始发疯了。
We have to have one of those.
卡特， 这难道就是你的全力吗？实在是太弱了，太弱了。
Might need some road game for that hair, like the hair you're missing in the back. Of course, I want to talk,
以
but
真正的力量。
still have maybe a few months more. At least my hair is gonna grow back. Well, let's just make you pull it out. Oh crap!
啊，这是
Oh my god, he became a
这
D&D
是
miniature.
实质斗气，能使我的身体迅速膨胀并
What the
石化。
fuck?
现在的你是无法伤到我的。
What nano machine,
难道这
son?
是力王那家伙给你的力量吗？
卡特，看在以往的交情上，我就送你一份礼物吧。
什么？
就让你临死前见见你想见的人。
Cheater. Been the king of iron, but I'm not saying that again. But again, it's just the fact we had to have a like one of those laughs, and it still just I keep on seeing like the shading on the back of his head. I mean, I know I just recently had to get a haircut and everything, but at least I ain't one to talk, but
师傅，
at least if I'm a master.
怎么样，卡特？这份礼物不错吧？
凯伊，你这混账东西！师傅他可是一直担心着你，我绝对不会饶了你！
卡特，别说大话了，你也准备葬身于此
Prepare to
吗？
bury with her. When we go Stone Kai. I'm pretty fly for a Stone Kai. Okay, you a damn cheater. What the hell? Take your plot armor and shove it. Had you already. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to win that one. Fucking plot armor.
你也就这点能耐了吗？卡特，
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to win that one.
太让我失望了。
I think fighting's supposed to be like strong against rock. See, that's the thing about it. I got that sass. See, the game told me so. He's just mad that I'm sassier than him. That's exactly what it is. I knew they were going to throw an unwinnable battle against me. Things I was doing pretty good for blocking his attacks for a second there. I was like, yeah, I'm about to lose this one. Carter, I'm just thankful that actually is what that was. Carter's overwhelmed by Kai's transformed state, and after suffering heavy injuries, was in a crisis. Looking at the unconscious Master Air, and he recalled the special train of... So, what, am I supposed to get like about some plot
卡
armor?
特，
啊，
你今天要和一个人对打。
谁啊？啊，师傅，你认
What
真
gets me
的？
is the fact that
我可以和您对决了。
Kai was like punching that rock a bit ago, and then but I was probably actually doing more damage than him in his rock form than he did to that
别放
rock.
屁了，臭小子！这可
At
不
least
是
I was
告
able to
诉我
stagger
的
him.
可小心别丢了小命。
还真是麻烦呐。来吧。
Oh shoot! Hey, watch it with your little. Hey, lady, hold on a sec. I just had a bad day. Calm down. All right, fine. I'll counter it with that. Okay, that's just cheating. Take your shadow clone jutsu on. No Shadow Clone. That was okay. That was chapter 4. Well, I mean, y'all didn't really give me, like, that high of a bar to work with there. Carter and Aaron engaged in intense master versus disciple combat training. Before they knew it, night had fallen and both were badly wounded. They were in a hurry to tend to them.
你们俩也太乱来了，怎么打成这副德行？
你可别提了。
Lecture me my
差点
flashback?
被师傅打死。哎，打！
卡特，彼此。哪有人把师傅脸往地上按的？你的灵拳已经基本练成了，但还有一个招式，我只能演示。
What, the
无法教授
glow?
给你
Sorry, guys, feels like I'm in The Last Dragon or we're trying to fight Shonuff at the end of the damn movie.
What?
这太可怕了！
这是秘技灵光爆破。这招除了对灵之斗气的熟练操控外，还需要一些契机。
Oh boy.
啊，还需要什么契机？
需要一些危机时刻的刺激和情感的爆发。卡特，我相信你，未来某一天。
Yeah, so basically your version of the glow. Woman, if you start like doing like it's like the powers inside you. Look, I just need the plot armor, okay? Just give me the Cliff Note version of it. I'm kind of in a crisis right here. In a moment of crisis, case rested. Carter felt an epiphany of the spirit explosion. Determined to defeat this friend of his and rescue Master Aaron, he decided to give everything he had to attempt his unmastered ultimate. So basically, the last dragon here. Am I the master? Hell no.
或许现在就是使用这招的时候了。
这是
You got rock armor, I got plot armor. Finally.
可恶，是巧合吗？我怎么
No,
可
just an 11th hour superpower.
被伤到？
How could I possibly be hurt? Because plot, bitch.
师傅，成功了，我学会灵光爆破了。
原来，这才是灵拳真正的威力吗？
师傅，我一定会救你出去的。
All right.
你觉悟吧！
That's why I turned to stone. He became a string attack. No attacks hardly hurt him. Or you must use powerful techniques to create opening. When he's invertible and unleash the spirits. Whoa, hey, wait till I get over there. That should hit me, a moron. Give me a second. Hold. Take a day off. So I got the... Fine. You asked for it. I got some badass music playing. You think I'm gonna lose that easy to you now? But... No. Damn it. Okay. That was embarrassing, and now you done made me mad. Start the fight.
觉悟吧！
Wow. Enough of that. I'm definitely digging the music. Words can't describe how tired of that I am. Asshole. Complete apprentice difficulty. That was the game. That was it so far. So we just completed apprentice difficulty. The village heads work harder and the party relax and chat in the village. I love the final fight, the music there, though. On completing this early access. Thank you for... Alright. So I didn't actually expect to finish it, like, so quickly, guys. But safe to say, you know, because I've heard, like, average playtime is, like, it's 3 hours. But maybe it's just because, I mean, for one thing, I did go in on Apprentice. You know, address the elephant in the room. But really, like I said, the way it feels, like, even on Apprentice difficulty, this game seems like it's going to be designed to actually be kind of, you know, tough. And it's the main thing I kind of thought about was, like, I said, going in, I was like, okay, it's early access. I want to go in on lowest difficulty just to kind of test the balancing. And I feel like it's going to be one of two things. Either they want the game to actually be the normal difficulty, Apprentice to be normal, and the other ones to be, like, you know, hard and very hard. Or they're going to balance it more in the future to where this is going to be the easy difficulty, and the other one's going to be, like, normal and hard or something. Or they're going to maybe, like, let you unlock other difficulty levels. So I don't exactly know how they're going to balance it. This game is still very early. I think in early access, as you guys could tell, there's like 5 chapters. I just beat like the entirety of what they got so far in like 1 hour and 23 minutes. But I know they're going to be expanding on this a lot. I know I mean, like I said, let me actually even just see like when this game came out, when it was released. So, I'm going to go and actually go, exit out of it while I'm at it so we don't have any more, and I'll just kind of, do my little thing right here. Just kind of like look at this real quick. And also show you guys, so we go into the store page. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, yeah, it's buggy. I mean, it's definitely got some bugs to it and everything. It's definitely got, like, you know, a lot of grammar errors and all that. But again, I'm not going to knock it. It's an early access game you can pick up for $13. And it's already, you know, it's just really fun. It's definitely got, like, a lot of potential. Again, it's in early access. And just kind of looking right here, approximately how long would it be in early access? So it actually just released last month, like in June. So this game, like, you know, June 19th. So this game has been out like less than a month. It's got so much potential to it. I can't wait to see what else they're going to do with it. And obviously with it being so early in, you know, it already had like all this, just like some pretty fun gameplay. Again, like there was definitely some bugs here and there in regards, like, you know, I was like doing some of the attacks and it was like doing like the punches or whatever, and it was going right through the enemies. That weren't all the punches weren't connecting, but the enemy was still getting defeated. It definitely some balancing stuff going on. I personally kind of feel like they really rely like a lot on super armor with the bosses, but really this seems like it's a game that's really heavily focal on trying to like actually have you know how to counter and everything, like learn how to counter pretty quickly. And it's like this kind of shows like how it was going in there. Like at the start, I was like definitely struggling a bit, even with like how much I play beat 'em ups. But again, I'm no stranger to beat 'em ups. I've been playing them since I was a kid. So a lot of it started like, you know, picking up pretty quickly. I was kind of getting better at some of the blocking, not all of it. Like the Tiger style stuff was still definitely taking some getting used to. But I was kind of like blocking like a lot of the other stuff, you know, more fluently to an extent. But it also is just like a matter of like a lot of enemies' attacks, like, you know, being so varied, you know, that's something kind of comes like trying to learn them anyway. Like you have to learn the attacks by enemy. But, yeah, like they've been like putting out like consistent patches for it. That's the thing about it. If you go right here, like 1 week, 2 week, you know, they are very heavy on, as you can see here, since it released or whatever. It had like the demo like back then. But since it released in June, they've done like, you know, a few patches here and there. So difficulty adjustments. So yeah, they did like difficulty adjustments even before it released for the closed beta. So they were like basically doing beta testing. And then like, you know, adding other stuff in here for like camera sensitivity sliders, motorcycle enemy adjustments. So they really are, you know, being focal on trying to, you know, basically balance the game and make sure it's more playable. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say they are listed like a lot of player feedback here. And that's something like you definitely want to see, you know, with a dev. I don't even actually know like what else they've actually put out. Like what else they've actually probably... Let me actually pause this again real quick. So I only know this actually is... So Micha Studio, this is their first game, I think. Apparently it's their first game. And So definitely can't be too critical how fun this was, like even with like that. And I know there's gonna like going back to reading like the early access stuff. How long will it be? I'm focused, and apparently it says so this might be a single person studio. That's even more impressive with how fun this was. All right, over the past few months, we've received invaluable feedback from so many of us. So it says we and I, but now Spirit X has finally reached the stage where we can deliver it to everyone. Early access, we'll look forward to gathering more feedback and continuing development together with you all. Hope is to have the full release ready within the next year. But I'll keep working and iterating until it feels truly complete. All right, beyond the usual bug fixing and quality of life tweaks, I'll be using this time to flesh out the rest of the story campaign and introduce 3 new game modes. His thoughts will guide exactly how this edition, those editions takes place. Current state early access. Right now, all the core gameplay elements are in place and deliver a full experience. In early access, I'll be listening closely to suggestions and steadily adding new features. At present, you can dive into 6 chapters, 4 difficulty levels, and 6 bosses. Feel free to explore and let me know what you love or what needs work. Was it 6 bosses? I guess he's basically counting like the 3 different fights with Kai. I guess, yeah. But I think I only count like 3 difficulty levels. Unless I'm missing something. See the game section below for more details on the core systems. Press the game to overlay its current in-progress state. And a small thank you to those supporting Spirit X style early on. Strike it early on. As I add more content polish, I expect this price will adjust to match the full final experience. How are you planning to involve the community? I'll be active in the Steam community and access all their social channels, sharing developer updates, and listening to your thoughts. Also, I'll pay close attention to the in-depth discussion in the Discord, whether it's a quick idea or deep dives. I want to understand what you've been thinking, and feeling every step of the way. So yeah, and he's got a roadmap here. I will say it's kind of hard to read, but it says early access for 3 fighting styles. So we saw that 4 levels of difficulty: Apprentice, Master, Grandmaster, and I'm guessing we probably like got beat on Grandmaster in the move list. It says new arcade mode. It's kind of really hard to see like the roadmap. To the dev, if you by chance see this, I would kind of say maybe you might want to like make the roadmap a little bit easier to read. But it says right here, new arcade mode, boss rush mode, update 2. So he's gonna have chapter 7. A new boss, a new special skill, and for the version 1.0 release, it says final chapter, new boss, Lord Tiger. So we were hearing about Lord Tiger, Spirit Burst form, and new blood battle mode. So overall, it's just I'd heard there's supposed to be a thing where you could like change out like the different combos. I'm guessing that's what they meant. I thought it was gonna be like God Hand where you could like change out like your loadout for combos, but still, it basically just had like the whole thing between Tiger, Eagle, and like in the other style. Yeah. It says a unique action storing and release system to break the limits of combo. Maybe it's something I wasn't using. Chain together actually uses the game's distinctive spin memory system, allows you to freely assemble moves and unleash them at the moment you desire. Even newcomers can easily. That may be what they're talking about. But still, overall though, this was a very fun game for what there is so far. I can't wait to play more of it. Only thing about it is that I kind of wonder if I actually should have waited until the rest came out to actually play the rest of it or whatever. But I mean, I may wait until chapter 7 and the final chapter are released. I mean, arcade mode just may be a thing where like you just go through and it has like more of a quick feel to the stages without the story. And maybe you just go through the stages, no cutscenes or whatever, and just none of that between them. So you just basically like a typical arcade experience, kind of like Final Fight or whatever. You do a stage, then move on to the next stage immediately afterwards with no cutscenes or transitions or results or whatever. Not sure how it's gonna go, but I may wait until he releases chapter 7 and the final chapter, do them all at one go. Or if I really wanted to, I mean, I could because I'm thinking what I might actually do, just like to actually make it fair to the dev, to give it like another go. I'll probably revisit this when we get the 1.0 release, so that way all the stages are available and I can go through and I'll just do like a full run back through of the game. We'll just kind of look at this as kind of like sort of like a demo at the moment. I'm still gonna list this probably as like part 1. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna go about it. But the main takeaway is that I'm probably going to wait until the game is fully released, whenever that is. He says it's going to take about a year, so probably when this game is fully out, I'll play it again, from front to back and see what all's changed, from the first, stage to the rest. But I'm having a feeling it's going to be a whole bunch of changes and a whole bunch of balancing he's going to do then. But yeah, guys, if you, like what I just played, if you want to try it out for yourself, again, there is other difficulty settings or whatever. I definitely suggest picking it up. It's only $13. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, as you guys saw, there was definitely some things here and there, some little hiccups, but it's to be expected from an early access title, especially if it is this guy might possibly be a one-person studio. I'm not entirely sure, but again, I knew the story was going to be the strong point here. And again, like I said at the start, it's not disservice, saying the story's not a strong point. It's basically just in the sense of if I'm going to the movies or whatever to watch a Godzilla flick, or if I'm watching Godzilla, a Godzilla movie from my collection or whatever, if I'm going to see like a new Godzilla movie in theaters. I'm not going there entirely for the plot. I'm going there to see, Goji, beat down some other big kaiju's ass or whatever. That's the main reason I'm going. That's kind of like the thing here. The story definitely feels like it kind of took a back seat. It's not fully developed yet, and mainly it's just about the combat. And the combat was just fun. I feel like I've seen like some people online talking about like the graphics, talking about like how it's like some are saying it's like Ninja Gaiden. I didn't really see it outside the flips and the Azuna drop. And some are saying it's like God Hand, and it kind of gives some God Hand vibes in regards to like the protagonist being like a master of martial arts and just being absolute beast or whatever, to like just beating people down. But otherwise, like I said, God Hand, its whole thing was the difficulty increased in the game dynamically based on how good or bad you were doing. If you weren't doing the best, it would be easier. If you started like getting like basically chaining combos and pretty much going in and playing really well, the game upped the difficulty to try to like match you. But I can kind of see it in regards to like the whole thing with like a martial arts protagonist, going around and just being like heavily overpowered. And even in the fight with Kai right there, when it basically had a whole little Dragon Ball Z rush thing where like, I was like trying to hit him and he was trying to hit me and we're like stalemating. There's a similar thing that happens with one particular boss in God Hand where, a similar thing like that happens. So I can see some God Hand and some Ninja Gaiden, influences here, but I'm also seeing like some Devil May Cry, like, with the whole thing where you can surf on the enemies. But the main thing to me is that there's just like a lot of influence here just from beat 'em ups in general. Like not just God Hand, not just Ninja Gaiden, not just, Splatterhouse which Splatterhouse is a stretch, but I was just kind of listening to that one. But not just Double Dragon or Battletoads, just beat 'em ups in general. And I can't wait to see like what else the dev does with this. So like I said, $13, guys. It's not expensive. And I'll say if you want to kind of like, jump on this early, considering he says he is going to raise the price, but he's going to kind of like have it lower right now as a thank you to those who support it early on, I definitely highly suggest going and jumping on in on playing it. Obviously, as you saw, it's not necessarily a long game, but it also could be you guys maybe get a little more mileage out of it, a little more time out of it, depending on your skill level, because, again, I've been playing beat 'em ups all my life. So, I kind of like started picking up on blocking a lot and everything. Even though I wasn't perfect at it, wasn't blocking every attack, but at the same time, I also was playing on the lowest difficulty, which may get balanced in the end to where it's going to be easier and the other difficulties are going to be harder or whatever. Like, it could be the one playing on Apprentice. Sounds like it would be like an easy difficulty. And it still felt like that would actually have probably been normal for this. But I still didn't, like, struggle that much. I probably, like I said, if I wanted to, like, go in on a higher setting, but I went on the lowest one just for the sake of, like, feeling the game would probably need some balance. And for the sake of, like, stream side, I didn't, like, really struggle through the stream that much. But I'm having a feeling like chances are for others who may be, like, more skilled than me than this, they definitely would be probably, of course. I feel like, like the master difficulty will probably be like a good balance. But still, this one, just for the sake of like trying it out for the first stream and just having fun with it and just checking it out, I feel like Apprentice was like, a good way to go in with it. So anyways, like I said, next time I play this will be sometime probably after its full release, whenever that is. But I enjoyed it heavily so far. To the dev, great job on this. Again, buggy, there's definitely like a few bugs here and there, and it wasn't perfect, but I went in this not expecting it to be. But it was still an absolute blast. I love what you've done with it so far. And to those that haven't tried, may want to try this, yeah, it's a blast. It was absolutely fun just going in, just beating people up with some PS2 era graphics, because honestly, that's all I wanted out of it, and it delivered. So anyways, that said, guys, if you enjoyed this stream, I'd really appreciate if you like, comment, and share. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate that also, since we are coming with 1,000 subscribers on here. And with that being said, tomorrow's going to be my 2-stream day of the week. We're going to be jumping into some more Chrono Trigger, since last time we went through and did some side, some side questing stuff, like, going and collecting all the chests. We're going to get back to the main story next stream. And also, I'll be jumping into the Final Fantasy DLC for Power Wash Simulator tomorrow. See if we can do that in one go. And Thursday and Friday, well, Joker's Wild, I guess, on what I'm going to play next. I got a few ideas, but I got, like, some plans for what I'm going to probably play next. And I might even do, like, a poll on here, just give you guys, like, a little bit of some means to maybe decide what's going to be coming on Thursday. But anyways, that said, guys, until next stream, much love. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with me with this. Can't wait to play more of this when it's fully released. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.